I'll be showing you my bronzer collection. The majority of my bronzers are drugstore, so if you don't like that kind of thing, you know. And also, I'll be showing you my face palettes first. So let's get started, shall we? Okay. So first thing is I have the bronzers from Alamar Cosmetics. I have the new one and the old one. I'll show you the old one first. Looks like this. These are pretty cool, and then the new one looks like this. So the top one is the new one, and the bottom one is the old one. And this is what they look like. They're pretty dead on the same. It's just the packaging that changed, but yeah, I wanted to have both of them, so you know, because I like the packaging. Now I have both of them, so I can't complain. And then the other face palette, I only have two face palettes. The other face palette is the Wet n Wild one that looks like this. And the bronzers are these two right here on this side. I think one of them is for bronzing and then the other is for contour. But yeah, these are the ones I have. They don't have names, but I guess just the palette is the Hula Honey bronzer palette. And it says here on top limited edition, but I mean, you can find this like on Amazon. This launched like a while back ago, but yeah, you can still find it. I still see it there. And then I also have one cream bronzer. It's the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer in the shade Golden Days. Sorry, it's like hard to see. Okay, and it looks like this. It looks like a melted chocolate. Like someone just melted a chocolate bar and stuffed it in there. It looks pretty cool. I like to use, so on my no makeup days where I don't put like a foundation or a BB cream or a CC cream on, I like to use my moisturizer as my base, and I just like to use like cream products on those days, like cream bronzer, cream brush, cream highlight, everything, the whole shit. And this is what I use on those days. And then, so now we're getting into my shimmery bronzers. I have one, like, it's not mini size, it's small, but like a mini size, but it's not a mini size. It's actually a full size. It was launched as a full size. It's the e.l.f. Pressed Mineral Bronzer in Tan Toffee. It looks like this. I'm 1000% sure these are discontinued and have been discontinued for a long time. I like browse through Pinterest a lot, and I just see like makeup that I like, and if I like it, like I'll look through Amazon, and that's where I found this. But yeah, I know e.l.f. the brand discontinued this bronzer like a while ago, but yeah, that's where I found it. You might have luck in finding it too, but there's no guarantee though, because you know how Amazon is wishy-washy. So yeah, so the rest of them are full size. They actually look like full size bronzers. And the first one I have is Rimmel Natural Bronzer in the shade Sun Bronze. Looks like this. I like to use these shimmery bronzers when I'm like tanned and for the summer especially, or like when I'm going to the beach. I like to use these. And I mean, I have half of my collection is shimmery bronzers, so it tells you. So the next one I have is from e.l.f. It's I don't know the name of it. It's just a e.l.f. bronzer, but the shade is golden, and it looks like this. It has 4 shades of bronzer. It has this dark one, and then these 2 light ones over here, and then it has a highlight on this corner. And get like this nice natural tone bronzer, or you can mix up 2 of the shades, like let's say these 2, and get like a darker bronzer, or you can mix up these 2 and get like a lighter bronzer. It's to each their own. But yeah, I just like to mix it all four together and have like this nice natural tone bronzer. So I have that one. The next bronzer I have is from NYC. It's called the Sun and Bronze bronzing powder, and I have it in the shade Montauk Bronze, and it looks like this. As rows of bronzer, you can mix it up and have this nice bronzer, or you can use the lighter shades and have a lighter bronzer, or use a darker shade and have a darker bronzer. But yeah, I just like to mix it up. All these are just nice bronzers mixed up, so that's what I like to get. And again, in the summer, I like to use these guys. So there's that one. And then the next one I have is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer, just the bronzer. I know there's like 4 bronzers of them. I know back in the day there was only like 2 bronzers. It was the bronzer and the light bronzer. And now they have like a medium-sized bronzer and then like a dark bronzer. But I mean, I think I've tried all of them, and I just like going back to this one. I'm sorry, this is what it looks like. And then I also have the limited edition one. They for Earth Day, I believe they launched like just a skinnier packaging version of it, and it looks like this with the little elf. Is so cute with the Earth. Is so cute. And again, it's just the bronzer, and it looks like this. But again, oh, this was another one that you can find on Amazon if you want to grab it. I got mine there, and there was still like, it wasn't like, it didn't say limited edition in the description, so I know the packaging is limited edition, but I mean, I looked today and it was still there, so you can still get it if you want it. And my next bronzer is from Milani. It's a very goldy bronzer in the shade Dolce 09. Looks like this. Again, a bronzer I use in the summer. Very nice. Next, I have another Physicians Formula bronzer. This is another one that was, I thought when they launched it was a limited edition, but it's not. It's just part of a collection that they launched. Like, you know how the butter collection has the bronzers, the blushes, and the highlights. Well, this is the butter cake, and they have their own like coffee collection. And again, you can find this on Amazon. So again, I have the butter cake bronzer, sorry. And it looks like this. And again, you can mix it up, have a nice glowy bronzer, or you can get that stripe and just get a highlight, or you can just use these top two and get a nice like normal tone bronzer, or you can just get this one and get like a nice darker bronzer. And again, this one's called chocolate. Yeah, chocolate. So yeah, so this one. And then my next 3 are more of a bigger size. It's not like a normal size, like let's say this was normal. My next one is from Essence. It's called the Sun Club Luminous Bronzer in medium tone, and the shade is Sunkissed in California, and it looks like this. And that's what I was talking about. The size of the pan is bigger than this. Like if you compare the two, yeah, this one's like smaller than this one. But yeah, what it looks like, sorry. And then my next one is from L'Oreal. It's a True Match Lumi bronzer in the shade 1 Light. And this is what it looks like. And my last bronzer is from Wet n Wild. It's the Color Icon bronzer in Ticket to Brazil. It looks like this. You can find this in store still on Amazon, and basically any drugstore you can find this at. It may be different in other states, but I live in California, and you can definitely find this in drugstores. Pretty much any drugstore. Okay, so those were all my shimmery bronzers, like for the summer. Now I'm gonna get into the matte bronzers. Matte bronzers. Okay, so I have one face palette that has a matte bronzer. It's the Benefit Pretty in the USA palette, and it has a bronzer, and it's the Hoola bronzer, and then it has a blush, which is Rocketeur, and then it has a highlighter, which is Dandelion Twinkle. Yeah, so this is the bronzer, and it's the Hoola bronzer, the OG. Next I have is a Sephora bronzer. It's the Sol de Rio bronzer. This one was limited edition, unfortunately, and is no longer sold at Sephora. It's been years since they sold it there. I've had this bronzer for a long time, guys. But I've actually didn't buy it at Sephora. I found it on Poshmark because I did know of it when it launched, but I never I didn't buy it. But later regretted it and found it on Poshmark just a few months later and got it from there. But have had it ever since. And this is what it looks like, and you can tell I've used it very lightly because it smells delicious and it's a good bronzer. I like to use this more winter because it's a very light bronzer. And you'll see I do have a couple of darker bronzers, like natural tone, and then I have some lighter bronzers that I like to use in the winter. I'll let you know which is which. So the first bronzer, the second bronzer, the matte bronzer, is from Revlon, and it's called Bronzilla number 12. It looks like this. This is like a regular, like an everyday bronzer. And then my next bronzer is the Bronze Booster from Physicians Formula. This is more of, for me, a winter bronzer. This is more lighter. I like to use it in the winter. It shows up better. Next, I have, and I also have this thing where if I like a powder enough, I will double use it, as in I will get the powder to powder my face, like a regular powder, like a translucent or with color, whatever. And I will also get a darker shade in it to bronze. So so this one is the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder. So this is what it looks like. I like to bronze this, I like to use this as a bronzer in the summer. So yeah, when I'm more darker. Another one from LA Colors Minimal Pressed Powder. This is another powder I like to use for bronzer. The next one is from Physicians Formula. It's the Bread and Butter bronzer, and I have mine in Baked. It looks like this. Again, these are all gonna be matte bronzers. Looks like this, nice. It looks like a Mexican bread. The ones that come in white, pink, so cool, yellow, it looks nice. If you're Latino watching this, you know. The next bronzer is from Morphe. It's the Glamour bronzer. I'm not sure if they sell this one. I got mine's from the website. I'm not sure they have it on there yet. Still, I should say. But yeah, I got mine's when they first launched. Yeah. I mean, any of these you can check on Poshmark or Amazon. You'll be surprised what you find. So there's that one. Next, it's the Maybelline City Bronzer in the shade 100. Looks like this. I like this. It glides on so nice. I like it a lot. Next one is Elf, another winter one. It's called Forever Sunkissed. It's just Elf. There's no name to it. It looks like this. Nice winter bronzer. Next, I have a Milani bronzer, a silky matte bronzer, and it's in shade Suntan. It looks like this. This one is in between, like between winter and summer, because it's lighter than my summer bronzers, but it's darker than my winter bronzers. So I like to use it like an in-between, you know. So I have that one. This is a winter bronzer, and it's a powder. So it's the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Powder. It has SPF 16, and I have it shade DC1. And it looks like this. The next bronzer is kind of a recent buy. It's L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Bronzer in the shade 300. This is like a regular bronzer for like the summer or just every day. There you go. And the last two are, so as you can tell, or as you saw, the majority, the 99% of this was drugstore, right? These last two are high-end. One of them is a mini. It's the Marc Jacobs Tantastic bronzer. Looks like this. Again, this is like an in-between one. And then this one is a full size. It's from Too Faced. It's the chocolate bronzer. I got mine in Chocolate Soleil. It looks like this. As you can see, it's lightly used. You can still see the letters. And I got this a while ago. But this is more of like a special occasion. This one and the Marc Jacobs one, they're more like special occasions. That's all my bronzers. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time, bye.